Welcome everybody. Let's talk about the market. We're going to look at the S&P 500 futures here, which this current contract March ends in about a month from today. I think it ends on the 15th. So a little more than a month. So just be aware of that. And then I think we move on to see April, May, June contracts after that, okay? Yeah, every 3 months. So March will expire in about 5 weeks, and then we move to the June contracts. Okay, so weekly chart. You can see right there, we've got a little bit of ourselves almost a doji going on. Of course, we still have tomorrow. So this could probably will change. The high for the week is 5066.5. The range is still 130. And we're really just waiting to see what's going to happen tomorrow. First of all, tomorrow's a Friday, and Fridays can get weird. And two, it is a big day tomorrow because this candlestick is very informational as it stands right now. Now, there's no guarantee it's going to be like this by the end of the day tomorrow, so we have to wait to see. So tomorrow's a big day to help us get a little bit better picture of what's going to happen moving forward. So, of course, we still have the cycle low here on March 31st. There's another one way out here in June. I think this runs really more or less maybe a little bit before March 31st and out to like the first week of April, just kind of somewhere in this area, okay? So that's what's going on there. For the moment, these near supports are still fine. There is a little bit of something right here and right here. Both these candlesticks are very similar at the bottom. 49.37 and 3/4, 49.36 and a half. So there is a little bit of support right there. Let me duplicate this line. Okay, there is a little something there. Those two candlesticks now kind of do form somewhat. We'll just put it down here at, see, 36 and a half and 37. They're almost the same. 1 1/4. Okay. Yeah, a little more than a half. So we'll say this is 37. Okay. Yeah. We'll put this at 37. All right. 40.37 is pretty close. It's within a point. Okay, so that's the trend line right there, and we'll duplicate this, and we'll make this 40.37. I'm sorry, 47. No, I'll get it right. 49.37. 49.37. Okay, so those are the supports. This one's kind of just showing up now because this week is right there and that week is right there. You can see there's two there, there's two there. So, all right, gives you an idea on a larger time frame, where we might be headed, which right now it's a little over 100 points. If things were to stay the way they are, down to this near support. Okay, but we have to, like I said, we have to wait to see what is going to happen tomorrow, and then we'll take a look at that candlestick. Okay, let's switch over to the daily. Right, so here on the daily, this is the candlestick that just finished. This little tiny slivers futures just opened up a few minutes ago for tomorrow. The range, decent range, 40, almost 41. Nothing huge, but definitely decent range day. Today was really bullish in the afternoon, very bullish occurrence in the afternoon. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Normally, when I put out the nightly email, I tell the members what I think tomorrow is going to be. So if you want to become a member and know what the nightly email is going to say, stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you how to join. I don't normally tell the public what I think the next day is going to be, which, by the way, I've been very accurate for these last 3 days. I said here there would be a chance for a pullback day. We got it. I said this would be a bounce day. We got that. And then I said it looked like price was going to increase the next day. It did. All right, so what are my thoughts for tomorrow, which I usually reserve strictly for the members? Well, I'm going to say it right now, it's mixed. Tomorrow's a bit mixed. I'm a little bit unclear about tomorrow. How about that? See? You got a freebie. It's not very helpful, is it? Well, these last 3 days we're banging on. I do have my thoughts about which way I think this is going to lean, so to speak, for tomorrow. So make sure, members, you read the email tonight. I will put my opinion in there, though, about which way I think this is going to go. But right now, my instincts tell me I'm kind of unclear about tomorrow. Tomorrow's a very, kind of not a clear picture what's going to happen just yet. All right. So, but like I said, make sure you read tonight's email because I do have an opinion about it. All right. Just looking at the supports down here, these aren't going to change for right now. If this thing takes off, which it could easily take off here, if it does, we'll probably strip away this bottom one at 47, 43 and just keep these, okay? But these are the nearest supports. You can always, of course, for those that like to draw Fibonacci's, you can do your Fibonacci thing that just kind of keeps going on forever and ever and ever. Okay, I was talking to a member on the Discord server where all the membership services take place. I think it was yesterday, and we briefly talked about Fibonacci, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I think. I said, Fibonacci, after a while, just becomes meaningless. You just keep extending it, because the market's so bullish. Does Fibonacci really mean anything? Doesn't mean anything. And we're at 130,000%, and then, that didn't go well. Now we've pulled it from, now we're at the 1,299.9999%. It just gets to be silly, right? After a while, it's just kind of crazy. That's why I don't put too much credence in Fibonacci. But when you're at all-time highs, sometimes that's the only thing you got. Other than kind of typical trend lines, right? Just be kind of typical trend line like right here. And then I guess you could kind of pull something like this. We're in a very narrow channel, rising channel, right? It's going up, it's hitting the channel, comes down, goes up, hits the channel, rides along the middle a little bit. That's very bullish for this section right here, by the way. Goes up, touches the top, comes back down, now it's going up again. You follow what I mean? So if this were to continue, you could just kind of get a feel for where this might go. It could potentially get way up here, which is way above 5,100 if this channel continues. All right. So those are things you can kind of look at when you're looking at behavior, right? When I'm at all-time highs, I don't give too much credence to Fibonacci after a while because it just gets kind of silly. But I will look at channels and wedges and and all kinds of other little interesting little geometrical shapes that tend to form in trading, right, on the candlesticks. All right, February 25th, I think, is still in play, though the market continues to be extremely bullish. This is the March 11th cycle low over here. You got one at March 19th, obviously, and then there's one over here April 11th, right? So really, even starting back here from February 11th all the way to February 25th all the way to April 11th, which is a big old range of dates, more than a month, right? A month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like a month and 3 weeks. So we'll call that 7 weeks, maybe, something like this. That somewhere in this area, we're expecting a cycle low. Okay. And that's about as good as it gets right now because the market's been so bullish, it's really hard to get a feel for where this market may pull down. We have to wait to just see what it does. The behavior of the market's going to give us a clue on that, especially on the weekly chart. The weekly chart's the one that's going to really kind of give us a sense. That's why I said tomorrow is super important to get a sense about what maybe had coming up in the near future. Okay, let's look at the intraday charts and look at the trades of the day. Okay, so here we are on the 15-minute chart. Gee, guys and gals, where do you think the trade of the day is? Is it over here? Is it over here? Is it down here? Is it over here? Okay, it's obvious, right? It's like right there at about 10:30-ish, and it was to the moon. Okay, come on, guys and gals. Did the Giddus Plus indicator get this timing right or what? I mean, seriously, purple candlesticks, two of them right almost in together, and this thing was just gone. All right, the Giddus Plus indicator is just absolutely stomping it here. Stomping it. Stomp. There's this certain person on YouTube that has these videos they put out. They do these really long-term investor style videos, and they use this word parabolic. It's hilarious. And I don't want to make fun of the guy too much, but he's like, he kind of talks like this, very nasally, okay? I just want you to know this is going parabolic, you know? And I'm like, that's not a parabola, dude. A parabola, it can go one or two ways. It can be like this, okay? Or it can start the other way. You can, you can have an inverted parabola either way. It can go like that. That's a parabola. It has a beginning, it has a peak, or it might have a valley, right? So it has the rise, the peak, and then the declination, right? The opposite of the rise. Or if you're doing it this way, it's just the opposite, right? It's inverted. But this particular person talks like this, and they say, they're talking about their videos, and they say, if anything goes up, they automatically say, this has gone parabolic. I'm like, dude, that's not a parabola. Parabolic comes from the word parabola. These people crack me up. You know why this particular person uses the word parabolic? Because it sounds fancy. It's a fancy word, and he wants to dazzle his YouTube viewers. So he abuses this word parabolic. Well, I've got something. I want to dazzle right now as I'm getting ready to finish up this video. Stick around to the end if you want to become a member. But I've got to dazzle my viewers, all 80 viewers that I get, or 100 views that I get on these videos, because YouTube hates me. Because I'm a conservative, and they love conservatives. Got to ban them conservatives. Don't let their videos go anywhere. They might corrupt the world. So, but I want to talk about my word that's going to dazzle you. You see, this is a triangle. This has gone triangular. Well, wait a minute. Maybe it's a square. I changed my mind. I think it's a circle. Yeah, it's definitely. See, we're going to zero right in on this spot right there. Yep. And then, if you invest now in the year 2024, February 2024, and you just hold on to this position for like 20,000 years, 20K years, eventually you're going to be rich. You like my analysis? That's how this guy does his analysis. Everything is like way out there in the future. And then it's either something like this. This has never happened before. Boom. Or it's, there's a good chance this is going to go parabolic. I got to make fun of these people on YouTube sometimes, man. Yeah. All right. That's it for this video for today. I had a little fun here on Thursday, early evening Thursday, putting out the video. I'm going to switch over to those that want to become members. For the rest of you, thanks for tagging along. Talk to y'all real soon again next time. All right, so you want to become a member. That's great. There is a link below the video on YouTube in the description, okay? And it's a Discord link, but make sure you read the instructions really carefully before you join so you don't have any problems joining, all right? Once you're done doing that, click on the Discord link. It's going to bring you over to the Get a Server. Then you click on Server Shop right here. It's going to bring you to this page. $7.99 a month. I might as well give it away at this point. I've had this price probably for the last year at least, maybe longer. $7.99, okay, super amazing value. If you want to see the streaming charts after you join, you click on this down here, S&P 500 stream. You get the 1 hour, the 15-minute, and the 5-minute streaming charts with the GITIS Plus indicator on there. And on the 1 hour chart, you get the cycles, which have been pretty good. Pretty good. Even today, the cycles were decent. I wouldn't say they were great, but they were decent today. But most of the days, the cycles on the 1 hour chart are really good. Okay, when the GITIS Plus indicator does get triggered and says there's a possible trade, it also sends an alert to this channel right here, S&P 500 Alerts channel. Okay, so even if you're not watching the stream, you can still get alerted on the app. All right, and then there's also alerts for all of this as well, okay? Now, the streaming charts are only for the S&P 500, but you still get alerts on these products. Okay, because I can't stream everything. It's impossible to stream all this stuff. You can only do so much streaming. All right. In addition to that, at the end of each day, I put premium symbols in this channel here. You might want to take a peek at those. Some of them are really good. There's some future symbols in there. There's some optional stocks in there. Sometimes there's industry. Sometimes there's symbols that look like they're getting ready to be shorted. Okay, so that's all in there. Okay. Occasionally I trade currency. If I do, I'll put it in there. I usually trade currency futures from time to time. This channel is a read-only channel, but you can go in there. You just can't post anything in there. This is where I put the video link, like the video I'm running right now. I'll put the link in here and the members can pick up the video or watch. They can even watch the video inside this channel. So if you go in there, you can just watch the video from the channel. You don't have to go to YouTube if you don't want to. And also in there, I post when I put out the nightly email. So speaking of the nightly email, if you want to get the nightly email, make sure you put your email address in this channel right here. Every night I send out an email and it has the daily chart of the S&P 500 attached to it, which has the cycles on there. It also has, right now it has support lines on there, which we already looked at earlier. Okay, that chart goes out every night. And some people, that's all they want. They just want the emails. They don't look at the streaming charts. Okay, that tends to be like swing traders and people who are really busy. They just want the email. They don't have time to look at streaming charts, so they're just paying for the email. Okay, I mean it's the same price, but they only want to do the email thing. Okay. Okay, occasionally I trade corporate bonds. If I do, I'll put them in there. I think I bought a corporate bond in my 401k, or not my IRA, like sometime last week. I think I put it in there, so you can always check it out. S&P 500 channel, the member chat channel, just general chat going on in here. So everything in this big old rectangle is what comes with the $7.99. Okay, there's a lot of value for $8, guys and gals. Okay, the rules. Please read the rules. And here is be nice to everybody else. Be respectful on the server. Otherwise, I might have to kick you, or worse, I might have to ban you. Okay. Also, the refund rules are in there, and there's also a disclaimer in there that I do not give financial advice, that everything you're seeing and hearing in this video is opinion only. Everything on this server is strictly opinion, okay? All right, I think that pretty much covers it, guys and gals. Happy trading, everybody. God bless everybody. Talk to you all real soon again next time.